Is day 284 of the year of streaming and learning to code. We are continuing on with the number guessing game project. Our initial goal is to add the event listeners for the click events. We have the buttons that we finally successfully implemented a night or two ago here and here. All right. Cool. Console stuff. Nice, nice, nice. Javascript. So, we've got our example here, which is fire away. 1, 2, 3. Good, good, good. Changes to try again. See this? We click on try again. Boom. It does stuff. That is exactly what we need. Now, our current issue is that we have our form field, and I believe it's prevent default or prevent refresh. It's something with prevent. We saw it last night. We'll be sure to add that now, and I think I was adding it in the wrong area. I think I was trying to tack it on to this click event for submit guess. I think I need to add it within the function or somewhere. I don't know. We'll figure out the specifics, but that's tonight's main goal for right now, is to figure out how to successfully implement the try again stuff for our code here. 1, submit, see. It logs the code, but it refreshes because it's a form. 2, enter, changes. We've got 5 here. 3, enter. You can see that flicker of the red comment because the document, the whole page refreshes since it's in a form. So that's what's going on, and that 5 is now a 2. So, prevent stuff. Let's see if we can find a decent example of how to successfully implement this. Prevent, let's do JavaScript. No, not JavaScript. HTML form prevent default. Yeah, that's gotta be it. Prevent default, but now, since that's the case, copy, copy, copy. MDN, prevent default. Let's see what they have to say on the subject. Event.prevent default web APIs. Or default prevented. Fascinating. I wonder if there's a substantial difference between the two. Perhaps there is, perhaps there isn't. We'll open both. All right. Curiosity distracted the cat. Isn't that the saying? No. Certainly feels like it. All right, so prevent default. The event interface's prevent default method tells the user agent that if the event does not get explicitly handled, its default action should not be taken as it normally would be. The event continues to propagate as usual unless one of its event listeners calls stop propagation or stop immediate propagation, either of which terminates propagation at once. So, hold on. Prevent default, it's triggering one of these. So is this like its nickname? Is that what's happening? Let's find out. Event prevent default. Parameters none. That's comforting. return value undefined. I thought we had to put something in the prevent default. Maybe we don't. Oh, it was the period we're latching it on to all the noise beforehand. That's why we were getting confused yesterday, because we were just trying to smash it on to the end of this event listener. Yeah, and we got confused. Hey, Drakeling X. How are you doing this evening or day, wherever you hail from in the world? It is 4 minutes and 53 seconds past midnight our time. So, however your day/evening is going, hopefully it's awesome. We are in the midst of trying to prevent our form from refreshing whenever we enter in data. See that? We've got a 2 here for a random number. We throw in a guess, but it's a form, so when we hit enter, boom, the whole thing refreshes. Now we've got a 7. But that's due to our form stuff here. All we have to do is just figure out how to implement this prevent default, and everyone lives. Should be good. Drakeling, I'm doing well, thanks. How about yourself? We are doing quite well. Again, just on the verge of discovery or disappointment. It's been hard to tell. The last 283 days is we've been riding that line of discovery and disappointment almost exclusively. But we keep showing up, so little bits of progress every day. What are we looking for? We are interested in the HTML example for what they have for their form and their JavaScript stuff. So let's go through that example. Fortunately, it's a lot of picture-y type examples, so to speak. Something about prevent default, no parameters, blocking default click handling. Toggling a checkbox is the default action of clicking on a checkbox. The example demonstrates how to prevent that from happening. JavaScript, query selector, ID checkbox, add event listener. See the function. It's this part right here. This is where it changes for us. Because here, we've got a click that it's listening for when we go to submit our guess. This guy is this. That's the whole submit guess function. It's checking to see what's happening and comparing it to the limits and blah, blah, blah. Generating the comments. All that noise. And there's the event listener, EL, event listener, add event listener for a click for submit guess. And if it's true, maybe we can just keep piling on to this. Maybe that's exactly what we need to do. Event. My concern is that I need to set up an event listener somewhere else. Kind of like this. Copy in our second function inside return guess after the if else down here doing its thing, you know, EL2, some crappy terrible name like that, and maybe it's looking for return guess at this point. And aside from trial and error, I'm not too sure how to compare that, but we will find something. We'll figure out how to do this. Event. What do they what event are they looking for? I thought this was the event. The click. Fascinating. Well, anyways, function event Maybe we just have to reference it twice. Maybe we just put click back in. Document get element ID output box. .inner HTML. Sorry. Code prevent default code. Won't let you check this box. Event.prevent. So that's the event. Aha, and it's the same event here. Okay. Well... And then it's all of this. So it does all live with inside this. The submit guess. See, they've got true here, but here they have false. I wonder if they want it to be false. Oh, Drakeling. So just so I understand you correctly, your thought process is that by using prevent default, it will stop the page from refreshing after submitting the number. Yes, ideally. One would hope so. One being me, Steven. I hope so. Supposedly, from the handful of viewers that have accidentally stumbled in here, I'm assuming it's accidental, although a good chunk of them are fairly consistent, so I thank them for their dedicated viewership. But for those bold enough to stumble in here, they've suggested that prevent default would in fact solve, or at least, yeah, solve our refresh issue for our form nightmare. Fascinating. So false. I wonder if it has to be false, though. I wonder if we need to change that. I don't think we do. HTML, please click on the checkbox. Form label ID checkbox. Checkbox something. Output. So result, you can see this in action here. Please click on the checkbox controller. Checkbox click. Sorry, prevent default won't let you check this. Oh, and it keeps spitting up. Nice. Fascinating. Good. Hey, Topher. How are you doing? What I miss? Nothing really substantial, just a lot of, sort of warming up, getting up to speed. My goal for tonight, at the minimum, is to establish the event listener for the code 1 and 2 and 3. Ta-da! Try again. When we click try again in your example, boom, refreshes stuff. And when we try 1 and see 4, we're dealing with the form nightmare, so the prevent stuff. So that's one thing. But setting up the try again and play again event listeners to reset the game. Good time. So I guess it's 2 issues. The first one being setting up the prevent default. That way I can reach and test the trial button, because I can never make it through the 3 guesses to get to play again or try again, because after each first guess, it resets, right? So prevent default and then establish the other click events to reset the game as a whole for the buttons. Good times. Good times. And this is cool here, the little example box they have. Yeah, fascinating. It's stopping keystrokes from reaching an edit field. I wonder if that's me hitting the enter button for submit. That might be what they're... Yeah, key press events. That's gotta be what they're talking about. Topher, this is pretty simple. Topher, the window context has a global named event which is passed to your event handler. the window context. So at the top of submit guess, you could do event.prevent default to prevent the form from submitting. That sounds way more basic than I thought I was going to have to construct this whole midsection. See, they've got add event listener and then click, followed by the function, but then they've got the event and the curly braces and all this noise, all the way down to the event prevent, and then comma false. So I see the event listener and click, the function, and the true or false area, but I thought I needed to fill all that noise out. So once more, just to go through, the window context has a global named event, which is passed to your event handlers. The window context has a global variable, so it just works that way. Called event, so it knows to look for that. Okay, that's cool. So at the top of the submit guess, which would be this function, at the top of submit guess, we'll go down a line, maybe 2. You could do event prevent default to prevent the form from submitting. That would be awesome. In your submit Topher, in your submit guess function, do console log event at the top. Nice, nice. Let's check that out. Console.log event. So it's a stowaway. I didn't even know it was sitting there. So there's that at the top. Check the console. After you do that, do console log dot event target. Will do. Command save. We'll even save all of these just because. Good, good, good. And more saving because we can. Now, back to our code. Refresh. And refresh again because I can. Followed by console log stuff. Did I? Console elements? Maybe? Event listeners? No. Well, it's got an event listeners section, so that's kind of cool. But... I think I'm doing something wrong. Steven broke the internet. Maybe I need to do it a line above submit guess. That would probably make sense. Oh, Topher, you have to submit a guess. Submit guess is only called when your button is clicked. Right. That makes sense. Bad Steven. Let's do 6 and submit. Boom. There was a lot of stuff that happened. It was there. We saw it. For all of a split second. We know it exists. We'll do it once more. Maybe if we do it a couple times more. And 2 and enter. 2 and enter. 2. Enter. So it's there. It's there. Ah, right. Okay. Topher. Sorry, you still have to event.prevent default above your console log. Fascinating. Way above. Don't want me. I'm also going to read through your couple comments before your last one. In submit guess, do the function console log at the top. Check the console. After you do that, do console log.event target. Okay, you have to submit a guess. Submit guess is only called when your button is clicked. Sorry, yourself do event.prevent default above your console log. Good. But it's so late. It is so late. Which is why we're just trying to do these 1 or 2 things. I was surprised last night we were able to wrap it up in just about an hour. Oh, if we can pull off a 20-minute or 40-minute stream tonight, we are going to have a happy Steven. Not gonna lie. That would be super cool. Okay, so let me put that in. So above, correct me if I'm wrong, if I read it wrong, but event dot prevent default. Was it a capital? I don't think it was a capital D, was it? It is a capital D. Good, good, good. Above console log. Event.prevent default above your console log. Cool. There's this. Let's save. Boom, boom, boom. We're refreshing. Okay, and a 2 and submit. It worked. Yes. Deal with it. Awesome. Now, interesting. Is trusted, true, screen X, screen Y, client X, client Y, some other interesting things. At returned guess, JavaScript 40, and then a bunch of 58s and a smattering of undefined submissions. Beautiful, beautiful. So now let's do event target, as Topher recommended. RJ, for our sophisticated viewers. Right, that was it. Console log dot blah, and we're saving. Good. Refresh. 5. We'll do 4. Enter. Okay. Button, so it returned 2 different things. Button ID, button submit. Uncaught range error. Maximum call stack size exceeded. The single 40. A whole bunch of 58s and a flock of undefines. Good. Now, you have a loop or something causing that error inside your return guess function. Event contains information about the event that occurs. Oh. So I've got an issue at line 40 and 58. That's what those random numbers are probably telling Steven. Interesting. Well, line 40 is the function, and line 50... Oh, that's right. I was messing around. I was yammering before you got here, and I copied this, trying to figure out if I needed to put the event listener like so, but referring returned guess with a thing, and then I was going to end up building out with the curly braces and turning it into the sad example they had with event dot prevent down here, but that's not needed at all. So let's go ahead and clear out this noise. That's disappointing. Good. Way to go, Steven. Forgetful. Love it. Let's go ahead and save. Crisis averted. Once more from the top. 3 big decisions. It worked. Yes, good. Now, things. You have a loop or something causing the error inside your return guess function. Event contains information about the event that occurred. Okay. So it's like a little stowaway journalist that reports back what just happened on the front lines. Noted. Topher, in case you're looking at the target that caused the event... Wait, event contains information about that event that occurred. In this case, you are looking at the target that caused the event. Okay, so the target is what caused the event. Well, now that the error is gone, let's first look at just target, or let's look at just event. That way I can better see your example. Command save, refresh. So here we have 3. Submit, ta-da. So it was a Mouse event. Wow, that's a lot of info. So yeah, we can drop it down. So it was a mouse event, is trusted, is true, screen X 0, Y 0, blah 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 blah. Alt key false bubbles. I'm not sure what those are. Do they have like a keyboard or a keystroke in here? Maybe not. This just seems like some general info about kind of like a weather report of what was happening during the event. View, type, click. Okay, cool. Target. So I see that target is down here. My guess is that it's going to highlight that when I do dot target. So dot target. Let's save. Run Topher's example once more. With A4, enter, button ID submit. Cool. So that's letting us know what exactly, and again, line 15. Where is line 15? Oh no, that's the console log for where it's coming from. So button ID submit. Over here. All right. Good times. Good times. Topher, in this case, you're looking at the target that caused the event. Does event make sense? This is pretty important. Yeah, I think so, especially the event itself versus target. I mean, target seems to definitely focus on it. Or, zoom in on exactly what the trigger is. And I guess trigger would be an okay explanation, because you were saying that it's what causes the actual event. So target, trigger, close enough, right? James does games. My BBX, 1 second advertisements. You're still working on that same question? Yes, yeah, we're slow. Langley, Kyle, nice to see you keeping the streak going. BDX saying, oh yeah, 284 days. We aren't stopping yet. What's the goal? Looks like he's almost there. We're inching our way there. We're still piecing together the number guessing game. We're just finishing up some of the later sort of extra credit type things. The form validation and some of the basics. Tying off the loose ends, like the try again button will reset the game. That's something that I'm trying to set up now. There was a basic thing that I wanted to be able to, instead of having to click the submit button with the mouse, I wanted to be able to type in a number and hit the enter key. For that to happen, I needed to throw things into a form. But the issue with the form, that caused a whole new set of issues. When you submit a form, it resets everything. So it would reset the random number with each submission. And now we are trying to set up prevent default to keep that in check. Pretty cool. Pretty cool. All right. Topher, well, most of the time, it is what triggered the event until you get into event delegation and bubbling. We won't go down that rabbit hole now. Yeah, okay, so that explains what the bubbling fields were in the whole drop-down description when we were just looking at event alone, not event target. I did see a bubble reference. No idea what that is, but bubbles are fun. James does games. Why stop now? Think about all the time you've put into it. Right? Exactly. By the way, when are you going to start your own project? Just do text box clear. Probably after, I mean, I would think, honestly, a lot of our projects would probably be pretty similar to the things that Topher has sent our way. Plus, Topher's been here since essentially day one, so out of any and all viewers and entities, aside from myself, and since he's got a far better understanding of all this fun stuff than I do, he's got a pretty good like perspective, third party perspective on where I am progress wise, especially with my understanding of things and just kind of mindset. So he sort of curated all of these sort of micro projects for me to build up steam. Obviously, I don't need to complete all 12 like right now. I can throw in my own projects whenever, but this was a good transition tool that he had set up to sort of help wean me off of the tutorial sites that I had been exclusively doing for the first 9 months. Or God, 10 months? 9 months. 9 months. So, we'll get there. We will get there. Okay, so what are we looking at? I've been here since day 217, I think, and that's tons of fun. That is good times. Langley, is the project getting committed every day? 3 months. 3 months is wow, God, is that really 3 months? Jesus. Time flies when you're trapped in your room streaming. Zero Love, I think he forgot to commit 2 days ago. Yeah, I think so, but I did commit the last 2 nights? 1 night? Can't remember. Let's tag the prevent stuff. So, good. We can get rid of the console logging of it. We can just have event prevent. Or, event prevent default. Like Dr. Seuss. What do you have left to finish on this project? Ugh. You know what? Aside from the event listeners, or not the, I assume it would be the event listeners. It's adding in the reset for this button. So now that we have this, let's do, hold on, let me get rid of, oh, wait, hold on. Our new trick that we learned last night, command and slash, it comments it out. That's my new favorite trick. So cool. Command save. Good. Refresh. 1 and 2 and 3. So try again. See, this button is dead in the water. I need to make try again reset the game. See here? This, one of these bullet points. If the user loses, tell them what the random number was and give them the option to play again, and click the try again clicking the try again button will reset the game. Right there. So yeah, setting up the resetting for try again and play again. Both would be the same action, I'd take it. So, what are we looking for? What do you have left to finish? Well, let's make a vote decision. Should BDX Inc. make a small goal for a project like a console application, or should he keep working on tutorials? Maybe you should make a bot on the Twitch library tutorials, Twitch library. Tutorials, link Topher is testing in the projects. As in, did I write tests and quizzes for him to take? Like EDD? Automated testing? I don't think so. I don't even know what these phrases are, which also probably highlights my understanding. Topher, no. I thought about maybe using Jasmine for TDD on a project, but didn't really have the time. Yeah, no, I still can't believe he set up all of Topher's Rockstar for setting up all of these projects. So, yeah, all that goodness. Look at that. Getting psyched. Gonna be awesome. But yeah, we are right at the verge, the edge of all of this. So, for the game, that is. We've got a long journey ahead of us. Alright. Oh. TDD, test-driven development. Aha. Fascinating. Look at that. Learn something every day. Well, that was worth it for the stream. I'm going to count that as my big accomplishment for today. Problem solved. And get TDD tattooed on my forehead now. Now, let's see. To do the reset, I guess we can just Google that, really. Well, wait. I don't... What do I need to do? So, event prevent default is currently putting the brakes. It's kind of like an emergency brake on the form being submitted. Is there a way to release that to get rid of event prevent default, or like a submit form in the bottom of this? Or is that a whole other can of worms? It basically means, Topher, it basically means you write your test before you begin coding, and when you write code to pass the test you created, then write more tests and repeat. Oh, very much like Code Wars. Okay. The examples you did on Free Code Camp is basically TD. Okay, gotcha. That in Code Wars. Way cool. Good to know. Good to know. Alright, so, let's check out... submit form. I don't even know what to Google for this. HTML. No. Yes. Wait. Yeah, HTML. Submit form after prevent default. This. Someone else. Submit form after calling event prevent default. Hey, look, someone else has had my problem. Fascinating. How to submit a form after this? Exactly. That's what I want to know. Okay, doing simple form validation. Got stuck. Very basic issue. 5 fields. Something about name and blah blah blah. Entry must select a name. Cool. They've got a form and some other nonsense. Prevent form submit if any entries are missing. Prevent blah. Good. The error message is working, but submitting the form... But it's submitting? Okay. Maybe. Simplest solution is to not call. Well, that's not going to solve our problem. Use the native element submit. Circumvent that. So, element submit or event submit. If blank, if blank, this dot submit. If blah, this dot submit. Interesting. Alright. Dear love, he should understand the basics first. James says games. You think he doesn't understand the basics? You're putting him through school. School is useless. Real life scenarios you should learn from. He'll forget all of this. You don't see a cycle here. Oh yeah, no, definitely. It's just... It's painful. There's lots of forgetting. Diesel, because you choose to reuse the button, you probably have to keep track... Okay, select me. Because you choose to reuse the button, you probably have to keep track of which state the button is in and then change the logic in your submit game. Or just refresh the page to restart. Yeah, that. How do I refresh the page? JavaScript. Java, JS, refresh page. That's got to be something basic, right? Reload. Nice. Wait, maybe. Reload a page using JavaScript. I could be into that. I could be that guy. How do I reload the page using JavaScript? I need a method that works in all browsers. Window location href, window location path name, search, blah, 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 hash, reload. Okay, location reload. I like that. Let's give that a shot. So, window location. You can perform this task using window location reload. There are many ways to do this, but I think little kitty, I swear to... If you touch anything on the keyboard... Alright, hold on. So just refresh page start. It's about trying new things, not repeating the same thing in different ways. I don't know. Maybe, I don't know. Just how I learn better. No, what you say makes sense. Really? I thought programming was about solving problems. It is. Programming, well, is about repetition, not memorization. No, it's about changing the way you think. That's you. Fuck this keyboard. That's fine. Typos are totally fine. Yeah, no, well, I mean, okay, so, again, even though it is the year of streaming and learning to code, I think even the title kind of hints at it, just where I started the journey. It was trying to just stream daily. The thing I landed on that I could stream daily was me starting to learn programming. It isn't the year of streaming and becoming a developer in 6 months. Like, it was a very broad, aimless goal, basically. We didn't have our sights set on any one destination, which is very, very different than most people. I can't think of any other thing that I've even done in my own personal life where I've just started to do something without a goal. Not anything at all. I mean, from video games to classes I've signed up for in college or projects I've done at work or things like that. Like, usually you don't just start something and you just add on to it or just let it grow. This is very much like just a, let's see, a boundary-free petri dish. I just, like, added in the ingredients and it just sort of morphed into this. And now we're 283 days into no man's land. Which is why we haven't made it, like, really far in one direction or higher levels for any one specific thing. It's been extremely broad and strange with lots of repetition for sure. But yeah, that's kind of the issue. Anywho. C-select me. So check the button text at the beginning of submit and do a reload. Check the button text at the beginning of submit and do the reload for try/play again. C-select me, not very clear, but nothing about this has been clear. That, Topher. Bro, I'm just looking out for you. So set a goal for a simple program with problems unique to you. So it's just kind of an exploratory stream. Yes, it's been 283 days of exploring. Although Topher's kept us alive for like 285 of the 284 days. But we're getting there. We're slowly building things out. It's been painful. It's been interesting. It really hasn't been all that interesting. I mean, Little Kitty's interesting. I'm just confused, and the whole process has been brutal. What am I looking for? Over here. Back to business. Yeah. Can I bring my bot over here? I'm programming it, so I need to test it on live stream. Go for it. Yes. I am here to serve whatever your needs are. Sort of. To an extent. Not really, but yeah, go for it. Bot away. Let's do this. Cecil and Topher. Check the button text. Okay, that is referring to the button text here. Check the button text at the beginning of submit and do the reload for try and play. The check part is throwing me off. I get that I'm probably going to do the reload down here if this blah 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 that, and then I'll have a button something. What am I going to call it? Where to go? Like, I wonder if I need window location or just location reload. I'll probably do window location reload. Copy. Window location reload. True or empty? See, and I feel like I need another... I feel like I need to set that on another click event. Or do I capture the whole click event in the window reload? Let's do the following. C-select me, not down there, because you don't want to reload unless they click the button. Agreed. I can see that happening and see that being problematic. That did cross my mind in that moment. James is getting, and with modern day tools, you can learn other ways to solve your problems. You're trying to remember a whole API or framework. I don't know, Java. Little kitty, you are really, your sleepiness is encroaching on the keyboard, and you got me concerned. Your little elbow is very close to the escape key, and you kind of got me on edge. We're just trying to get the game to reset when they click on try again. So he said when they check for the button here, variable event listen, get element by button, add event listener, click blah blah blah. Can I wrap this whole damn thing in the window? What if I just do it below? And then what if I do EL? Is that wrong? This is the world that I want to live in. Damn, it won't work because it's looking for submit guess. And now it needs to be looking for something else. Now it just needs to be looking for the click. Yeah. Please switch to mono developer or ... verse heavy duty EDI. I'm needy. That's, yeah, fun. I don't know what half of those words mean, but good. Good. I believe in you, James. That's the important thing. I believe in you. Cecil-ectomy. Get the button in your submit guess. Get the button in your submit guess. Get it. The button in... Okay, so here's submit guess. Returned. If blah. Guess happens here. The guess counter goes up. If the guess compared to the random number, that's happy. This, and that, and that, and that. The submit guess function ends. We have a global event listener document dot get element by ID button. It is just a generic, the button element has the ID of button. The text is all that's changing from submit down here in function return guess. Returned is pulling in the sentences and stuff like that. But and it's doing some fun stuff, attaching text and whatnot to the paragraphs that get returned. But down here, if guess equals the number, the text changes. The capital text, submit, simply changes to play again or try again. So this is my button. I'm needy. Get the button in something. Wait, get the button or put the button in your submit guess? Then compare its text content to play again and try again. You already have the listener set up. What about what? C select me. My bad. My bad. If button dot text content equals try again, reload. Interesting. Oh. I didn't realize you were trying to get me to use an if statement. Get the button in your submit guess, then compare. That should have been my clue. To do something with an operator, being an if statement. Or a comparator. Then compare its text content to play again and try again. Okay, my bad. Fascinating. Very clever solution, Cecil. Yes. And Toasty, hey. Morning. Good. Hopefully your day is going well. Off to a good start. At least I think that's morning. Topher. If event listener text content equals try again, reload window. Fascinating. Also, James, I didn't see. Okay, so mono develop. Next stream I want to see using this. What's benefit? Word prediction. It explains your next valid input. It'll tell them in debug if there's syntax issues or if there's better way to do something. Depends on externation. Text content. VS Code does that. I know, but VS is slow. Atom has extensions that does something similar. I'm on mobile now, so RIP typing. That's okay. I'm on mobile as well. 283 days of just chat on my phone. Do that at the top. C-select me. Do that at the top of submit guess, right below prevent default. Okay, noted. We will indeed do that. So let's shimmy up here. We can actually get rid of line 15 in its entirety. We'll put in a fun if statement because we can, and do the following. Text content. Okay, right. Wait. Text content. Oh, context versus content. Right. Okay, my bad. Good. If event listener dot text content is equivalent with the stuff event listener text content equals try again. Now let's see if I wanted to do both, because I want it for try again and play again. So that would be try again. I wonder if there's a way just to do again only, and then it would cover both. I think it's probably better to just do an and. Don't you? I think so. Copy. Play again. Nice, nice. So if event listener text content equals blah. Oh, no. No stuff like that. No stray parentheses. We do want our curly braces. Followed by reload code. Okay, okay. What's happening, chat? B-d-d-d-d-d-d. Oh, try again, or... Okay, so I did need both. Okay, good, good, good. Sorry, I was scrolled up on the chat, and it doesn't reload. Once you move it, it only refreshes at the bottom. Or, not and, you're right, you're right, you're right. Or, it's late. Steven's confused. Steven is confused. But yes, or, my bad. Right, right, right. Also, I'm checking comments before. Do the top of submit guess right below prevent default. James says game his computer isn't the best. Toasty, what's wrong with your lights? James this game. So mono is less demanding than VS. The shadow from the fan? Toasty, I mean, did you find the switch to turn them on? Yes. Normally, a lot of the late night streams, the lights are off, but fortunately, the missus has passed out with the lights on. Yes, we get to party with the lights on. So, but we should be done soon, nonetheless. Solving the lighting crisis for everyone. We are looking at... James, we got a clown. Or stuff. Man-eating orange, or right. Toasty, don't mean to interfere, but wouldn't it be more logical just to make 2 buttons instead of comparing the labels? It's gonna suck all the fun out of it. 1 button. Maybe. Probably. But yes, C-Select Me. We tried Toasty. Too confusing for him. Yeah. James says games, hey BDXing. Hey to you, James. Whoa, a bot. Look at that. James does games bot. Hey, James does games. Look at this. It's like story time. Welcome to the channel, C-Select Me. Fun, fun. The bot is working, James. I can confirm it's working. Toasty, R.I.P. Mrs. Lady. Just curious, how old are you? I thought you were like 20. 20-ish is semi-accurate. 27 would be far more accurate. Sorry about that, little kitty. I kind of got your ear with my pinky, but she's still sleeping. But yeah, 27. Shocking, right? Shocking. I don't know if it's actually shocking. It's probably not. But, nevertheless, reloading page stuff. Would it be wrong to do that? Oh god, wrong thing. This guy. Boom. I don't know if I want false. I don't think I need false, but fingers crossed, this is the world I'd like to live in. Command. Say, oh, your face, cat. Holy hell. She's right at the corner. She loves to nap, like, on the escape key, so she gets really close, and then when she starts turning, she starts hitting buttons. No, bad little kitty. Steven is working. There are lots of people trying to help, and you're trying to sabotage things mid-nap. Ugh. Okay. Hold on. What's going down? Realistically, you could just do document.create element button and then append the new button to the form and attach an event listener. Restart the game. Oh, well, that sounds simpler, but we'll go with this confusing abomination. C-select me, get rid of the stray reload down below. Do I have a stray reload? I do have a stray reload. You're right. I totally forgot about it. It was like at the beginning of the stream with the stray copy of the event listener that I had put in return guess. Good eyes, Cecil. Good eyes. James does games. James, do you do coke? How do you have the energy? What time zone do you live in? I am on the Pacific coast and it is brutal. Fortunately, my schedule is fairly flexible, which is why the stream is always all over the place, but usually at night, and it's just only due to the fact that I'm 280 god something days deep into this nightmare that I have the motivation to keep going. Because before, when I started, it was a lot easier. I was just doing, I mean, it was Code Academy for the first 150 plus days. And the longest Code Academy lesson would be like, I don't know, maybe grazing an hour, but most of them were like 20 minutes, 40 minutes, something like that. Like, it wasn't that bad. 30 minutes to an hour, which isn't terrible. And I'd start them at like 10 or 11, so I'd be done by midnight. Like, it really wasn't changing anything. But now, just due to the schedules change, and now around day 200 and after that, the stream started getting closer to starting at midnight, and they now last for like an hour and a half or 45 minutes if I'm lucky. But yeah, it's brutal. Anywho, what commands does your bot have? James does games. Command and help. I need command and help. We are so tired. That's also why I'm so, we'll call it loopy. My mind, I'm a decent critical thinker and fairly coherent, but there's a lot of confusion. That's the other thing. As much as this is an exploratory stream and there is no like goal, which also affects how much progress I make as far as learning, the conditions in which I'm learning extremely late at the end of the day, and like it's interesting. It's definitely not ideal. If I were well rested and like starting every day at like, I don't know, 10:30 a.m. and dedicating like 6 to 8 hours or a solid 4.5 hours every day, that would be a very different path. But this is just me doing my best whenever I have time. So yeah. But anywho. James says games, absolutely no commands. Still trying to retrieve more info before adding features. Toasty, you learn slower the older you get. Amen to that. You should start with the hard lessons. Topher, that's true. I really have trouble learning new shit. Which is why I continue to play the Legend of Zelda games, you know? I learned them when I was young, and fortunately, it's been mostly rinse and repeat, aside from Breath of the Wild. And, I mean, that was a fun refresh to the franchise. But yeah, you know, just rinse and repeat. It's made things easier on me, that's for sure. All right, James says games. I have depression, so I go a while where I can't learn shit and I'm dumb as a brick, but my high IQ makes up for it in the end. Well, yay. Yay, high IQ. When everything is over, I'm not depressed anymore. That's good. That's good. Welcome to the channel. Your bot is doing things. Your bot is doing things. Do I need to do any more? I think everything's fine. Let's save. Let's do this. We're getting sidetracked in our delirium. What time is it? Dear God, it's after 1 again. Why is it always after 1 on this stream? Death. We just went through why it's always after 1, but still. Let's throw out a guess. Let's do 3 and enter and... stuff. 3... 4, I guess. Well, why not guess the right number? You guessed correctly. Now play again, fingers crossed. Although I'm not sure if I set that up correctly or incorrectly, but... holy it works. Oh my god. That's fantastic. I'm speechless. Oh my god. Don't mind me. Don't mind me. Dee 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 dee. Little kitty is dreaming. Don't mind me. Just trying to capture her tiny kitty dreams on camera. Hey, do something, cat. Yeah, you're no fun. Now she is totally passed out. Wow. Dead asleep. Dead asleep. Okay, hold on. That's worth showing. Yep, cat video tangent. That's right. That is right. We're gonna do this because I can. Hold on. Hold on. Right. Right. Yeah, look at this. Look at that. Do you see? Oh. Yeah, that's little kitty. See, I can lift her arms. Boop. Totally asleep. Yeah, that's fantastic. Little kitty. See, do you see how close her head is to the escape key? And when she rolls around when she's sleeping, it's a legitimate concern of mine. That's why I freak out whenever she's doing stuff. It's ridiculous. Okay. Okay. So, let's see. Let me go back through some of the comments. Welcome to the chat. A lot of people have high IQs, good times. Welcome to the channel. I bet a lot of y'all are above average. Topher, you could stream for 5 hours if you start at 8 p.m. instead of 11:59. Yeah, that's true. I should do that. But the lady is doing stuff. Yay, stream over. Agreed. Bedtime. Totally agree. Could accomplish a lot more. Exactly. That is very true. I'd love to stream earlier in the day. We get a couple midday streams in here and there if our schedule allows for it. All right, let's save. Command and save. I really don't think there's a lot more to add. I mean, I'd like to make it look cooler. We might come by, or for tomorrow, I think we might do some CSS stuff and see if we can try and make it look a little more interesting. But overall, I think we've got the majority of the content we need. Aside from that, it's just some basic printout stuff, similar to when we do like 3, or let's do 4. How it gives our guess. We should have a printout like so of the number range and things like that. But those are minor. We'll add that, and I think I'll probably try to focus on some of the CSS stuff tomorrow. But in the meantime, yeah, we've conquered the prevent default and adding the reset the page functionality to the try again button and play again, which means we succeeded. Let's do 3, submit, you guessed correctly. Hot damn, play again works. Good times. What about what? Commit and push. Start the next project. Clear out the guess box on submit so you don't have to backspace. Should I do that now, or I feel like that would be an easy thing to add. if it's any consolation, I've been hitting the enter key, and when I do 3 and click submit... Oh, I thought when I click submit, it cleared it. You know what? Screw it. We're gonna leave it for tomorrow. Thug life. Do it now? Oh, tomorrow might as well. Okay, fine. The all-powerful Topher has spoken. We'll do it now. We'll do it now. Wow, little kitty is just totally freaking out. Her eyes are even open and she's totally shaking. Good God. Just stay calm, cat. Holy hell. One hell of a dream she's having. I want to add this here. So submit guess, blah, 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 blah. I assume it would happen, I guess, any point within submit guess. After the guess happens, maybe as soon as it receives the data, once I hit submit, I could probably deal with it. Maybe under the if? C-select me. Lol. Okay, good luck. I gotta get some serious sleep. That's true. That's true. BX. How is any of this going to change your life or someone else's if you don't make it part of a program? Get to the chopper. You know. It's just there. Kind of like North Dakota. Kind of floating there. Not really affecting anyone. Or the Loch Ness Monster. It's just fun. Doing a thing. Like learning to knit. Or, spelunking. Although I don't see myself going spelunking in the immediate future. Going to see the Loch Ness Monster might be kind of fun, and I don't really have any immediate plans for North Dakota, but I wouldn't be against it. Okay, what are we doing? We are trying to add the things with the stuff now. To clear the field, clear and oh my god, cat, you're squirming, you're squirming. Clear, clear in HTML, clear input field. Clear input after submit. Look at this. I love how so many people have already had all of my problems. This is great. I bet it's so much easier to learn programming with the internet nowadays in 2017 than like 1987 or 1993. God, that must have been painful. This, though, this is a breeze. Yeah, I'm confused and clueless, but I've only made it this far thanks to the internet and Topher, right? How do I clear the stuff and clear my inputs? Topher, he has learned events and minor DOM manipulation on this project. He needs to start somewhere. Well, I like what you're doing. It would be cool if you made a package with all your stuff. Oh yeah, no, I mean, eventually we're gonna get there, but right now we're just in the hangout learning phase of this journey. Oh, input value equals empty? God, that makes so much sense. I'm still coming to terms with the power of programming. Like, just... Yeah, I know it's such a simple thing. Input value equals just an empty thing, but like... It all still feels like magic. It's so cool. I just, and that's the enjoyable part for why I've continued to do it, because I do find it fun. But there's just so many basic things. Some simple things are extremely complex, and some complex things are so basic. But just being able to tell the computer to do something and have it happen is fascinating. But, and anywho, maybe that's just me. Simple mind, simple pleasures, right? Anyways, Drakeling, I thought you added prevent default at the beginning of the stream so that it didn't clear the field. That's when it was happening. When I would enter and submit the field, it was resetting it. Okay, that's what was happening. Toasty, if you receive value by document dot get element guess dot value, it shouldn't be hard to set that value. Okay, input dot value, empty string. Of course, you have to have the input element selected, but at its core, you just set the input value to an empty string. Fascinating. Which we do. We have guess. Oh, but guess is parse. Document. Well, I wonder if I do. I want to just do guess dot value equals clear. How do I want to do that, though? Guess dot value equals clear. Welcome to the channel or input. Wait, never mind. He already said that. Clear is jQuery? No. Let's. I want to do. It seems wrong. I need to do something different. Guess. I want it to be guess dot value. Maybe it can be. I don't think that's gonna work. I think I need to set up a different beast entirely. And I think I need it in a different area. Little kitty, you watch your hands. That webcam is not a toy. I mean, it kind of is a toy, but no, not for cats. Not for cats. Dee 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 dee. La da 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 dee 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 dee. Guess dot value. Bot stuff. Welcome to the channel. Never heard of it. Yeah. James does games. I don't know Java. I'm a .NET developer. This is JavaScript. Java is not equal to JavaScript. Zero Love Law. Didn't know this was JavaScript. Zero Love, you thought it was JavaScript the whole time. Yep. I thought, but James, didn't you say you were here since day 217? That's fine. That's fine. We've been deep in JavaScript territory for a while. Post Code Academy, which was day 159. But that's alright. That's okay. Declare your variables at the top of the function. Now I see the file extension. LMFAO. Variable guess el document dot get element. And then you can just reference guess el. Clever, clever, clever. Okay. I like your style. Good, 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 good. At the top, with all the other fun variables we have. Good, 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 good. So, variable, yes. Is that right? EL L equals, wow, cat, you are just, we're gonna need that part of the monitor eventually, but just do your thing. Do your thing. Yeah, at the top of the function. Wait, I see. Document get blah blah blah. And you can just reference EL at the top of the function. Oh, right. My bad. My bad. Globals are bad. Ah. Globals are bad? Really? Alright, that'll be a new. I can learn to live with that. So only do a global variable if it's absolutely necessary. I'm assuming that's for clarity and just overall organization and data management. So, I mean, it seems like an okay rule of thumb to follow. So, variable, once more, guess, EL equals document dot get element by ID, and we are looking for guess. Yes, we are indeed looking for guess because, well, that's what we're doing. Something about something. Right. Right. D. Okay, hold on. Right. So there was that moved up, guess, and then we can just reference guess EL. Cool. Which we will do in the following. And James says, it's cool, I just watch and listen. James says, to listen to the struggles at the top of the function. Globals are bad, not always, yes, always. Just think who's going to access in his case, always. I have to agree with Topher. Okay, Topher, what you're teaching bad practices. I don't know. He has been pretty spot on for the last 284 plus days, not gonna lie. Zero Love, better teacher than you. Ooh, Toasty. How can you even do event.prevent default? There's no event parameter. See, that was a surprise to me. I thought I would need to put something into event.prevent default, but it works out. It has to do with Topher showed us that event is one of the default things with was it the form? I forget where it is, but events live in there. And then we ended up console logging event, and then we console logged event.target, and it was cool to see all the data stuff, but it's there. Good times. Might as well teach them security the right way. Topher, you clearly have no idea what you're talking about. You thought this was JavaScript. Zero Love, dying right now. Toasty, does that actually work? It does actually work. Zero Love, all you do is annoying with use of comments. Lost follower, because you're stuck up crew here. You're all arrogant. Topher, event is a global thing. Event is a global attached to the window context. That's what it was. See? Toasty didn't know. Learned something. See? Topher's good at the teachings, right? the thing that I'm impressed is that I'm clueless and at how much he's been able to teach me, which is fascinating. That's the most interesting thing that's occurred on the stream, is the fact that he's able to communicate ideas to a crazy person via text, which is just shocking. And we're able to succeed after it. So that's tons of fun. Didn't know that. Always learn something. It's bad practice though. Ain't it? How do you know if you're still learning? Because I can tell that I'm still confused. That's how I know that I'm still learning. We're making progress and things happen. Technically, yes. It's better to pass through the function. What learning? Nothing is worse than learning something. What? Learning? Nothing is worse than learning something. If you're accessing an already made function, then making it public is the right thing to do. Already made object. Sure, I suppose. That could definitely be a thing. I'm still too clueless to know the difference. But we'll get there. We will get there. Alright, so... better to pass through the function. Right up there, variable guess EL, which, did we set that up correctly? I believe we did. Although now that I look at this, I kind of want this stuff tabbed over just a skosh. 1 and 2 and... oh god. Trigger happy. Command Z. 3. Beautiful. Beautiful. That's better weighting. Far better weighting. Now... I wonder if I should have left event prevent default as the first line. I don't really think it's going to throw off too much of an issue. But it's okay for now. So input value equals... so now we can do guess EL. I wonder if I can just do it right below. Guess EL dot value. Input. So input value equals emptiness. Blah. But now I probably need to move these, right? My concern is that I'm setting it empty before it gets to go through any of this stuff. Like guesses and all of that. Or does it take that form data and it holds on to it? Yeah. Good times. Good times. Farewell. No, little cat. Little cat. We are trying. Oh, you need to move. Goodbye, little cat. Goodbye. Oh god, watch out for the mic. I didn't think this through. There's a sleeping person right there. Retreat, retreat. The missus is sleeping at the edge. You lucked out, cat. You don't have to leave yet, but we're getting there. Oh good, she went around the webcam. I think... tiny cat, you're gonna need to find a new place to hang out. We're right there at the edge. So, function submit guess. Oh no, we have variable guess out here, so we're not affecting the value of it. This is inside the function, and that's guess EL, versus this variable guess, which is guess equals parse in. I still feel like it should happen afterwards, right? We should just test it and see what happens. Just test it and see what happens. We can always move it down a couple lines. Command save. We're here to fall on our face, because falling on our face is part of the learning process. So, good. 2. You guessed correctly. And it's clear. What? No. That's insane. Little kitty, did you see it? Ah, she doesn't care. That's okay. That's okay. 4. Oh, we already guessed correctly. Close. Try again. So 8. Let's do 7. Submit. Wait, you guessed correctly. Why? Oh, I broke something. I need to move the stuff. Dee 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 dee. Dee 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 la dee 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 dee. Yarg. Something about something. Oh, right. Topher, you have to get the guess value before you clear the input, so I do need to lower it. Cut. And we can put that down here. Ta-da! There we go. Command save. Probably doesn't need to go that low, but so be it. Actually, you know what? Command Z. Let's do it one line below that, because we can. That way it's fully outside of the if. It probably could live inside the if, but we'll see how this goes. Command save. Update. Refresh. And is this it? This should work. Let's do a 2. Enter. It clears. That's right. Dance. Input. Dance. Submit. And now let's do a 1. And submit. Oh my god, it works beautifully. It works beautifully. So tomorrow we will add in the sort of these printouts and stuff, and then just sort of as a last hurrah, we will do some CSS goodness to take it looking from just this to slightly better, not a whole lot better, but just polishing it up a little. And I think we will be finally done with this project, which is good times. Good times. Hey, Leonardo. Hello, Dad. I'm back once again. Good to have you back in our midst, Leonardo. Although we are nearing the end of the stream, Topher seems like a decent-sized project to learn. Oh, I didn't even see Zero Love's comments. Hey, Topher, I was wondering if you could help me reach out. Help me out with something. I was planning on making a form using React Node.js to understand React more. I think that's a good idea. I know PHP is better than Node for this project, but I don't know PHP. PHP's kinda cool. I didn't realize it lived all within HTML. They've already gotten rid of the PHP course at Code Academy, but I was surprised most tutorial sites, and we'll make this a quick tangent, but most of the tutorial sites seem to teach HTML and CSS in tandem, and then kind of do like an intro into JavaScript just for some basic functionality. I was surprised to see, I know it's an older language, PHP, but it just all lives and operates right there within the HTML code and stuff, and it was so cool to learn. But why I was confused with how Code Academy went about it was they saved PHP as like one of the last courses that they offered. Now, true, I did Code Academy weird. I tried to do it as one massive flowing course, even though it's more of like select what you want. Like if you're at a buffet, you just pick the couple items, do those, and leave. So doing it as one massive course catalog as a giant path, PHP was towards the end. So anywho, that's all. PHP totally, it works. It definitely works nicely with HTML as it's supposed to. It was, wait, yes. Is that what it is? Okay, I got it wrong. Toasty, PHP doesn't live inside HTML. HTML lives inside PHP. There you go. But nevertheless, they worked beautifully in tandem, and I couldn't believe they saved it for the end, and that they got rid of the course. I was shocked. I liked it. It was one of the more enjoyable courses at Code Academy, but it is gone, from my understanding. Okay, good. Back once again. Only made 3 projects so far using React. Still haven't used React. Guess I'm still beginner. Leonard, I'm always late. If you're just starting out, might want to start on a smaller scale, especially with React. Router, Redux, commit and push will do. Zero love will do. Do you have any suggestions? Redux is confusing and hell at first. At least was for me. Toasty PHP doesn't live. Okay, good. We covered that. Maybe you could just start with user auth. Sounds good. Planning password JS. Good. Okay, cool. We live to fight another day. Command and save. 1 and 2 and 3. Beautiful. Closing out of this. Closing out of that. And let's go ahead and open. We did this in basically record time yesterday. Let's open GitHub. The desktop. Oh no. Why is it? It's giving us beef. It doesn't want to open. Why that one didn't want to open. Okay, here we go. That's open OBS. And show the beast. Ta-da! There's that. We've got this. More JS fun. Good. Commit to master and push. Resolving details. Fetched. OBS. Clear out of that. And let's take a gander. Projects. No, not projects. Back solutions. Down here, look at this. He even linked it to the solutions area. Ah, so cool. 30 seconds ago. Ta-da! JavaScript updated. Beautiful. Good times. Let's go ahead and back out of this. Closing out of that into OBS. Thank you. Oh my god, I just noticed Little Kitty had substantially moved the webcam. How long has it been like that? Not that my mic covering my face is any better, but dear god. Thank you again to anyone and everyone who stopped by to view the stream. Tonight we had, wow, a whole flock of people. We had Drakeling, Topher, Cecilectomy, James Does Games, Zero Love, we're going Toasty, Man Eating Orange, let's see who else, and in chat I know there was at least 1 or 2 more, and Leonardo, of course. Thank you again to anyone and everyone who stopped by, especially all the comments and tips, guidance. Greatly appreciated, as always. Day 284 comes to an end. The adventure continues tomorrow with day 285 of the year of streaming and learning to code. In the meantime, we are stopping the stream. Are you sure you want to stop the stream? Hell yeah. Kill it!